Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon, the 13th of June, 2023.
Yeah.
And you, my friends, are listening to the Big Show, Hoodie, Jay Minogio and Pugs, you mad bastard, to take you through the afternoon. Did we settle on Pugs or did we go spare Keyzie?
Yeah, I think we settled on Pugs, man.
What did we settle on
I
there?
think we,
I think it was
Spare
spare
Keyzie.
Keyzie.
Yeah, spare Keyzie. Just for those of you joining us for the first time this week, no Keyzie this week. He's in Fiji.
That's right.
Supping on pina coladas and getting a bit of a tan. Mogi, loving that shirt on you, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Is it new?
I've actually had it for a long time, but I just haven't worn it for a long time. Probably last week.
Yes.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday would have been the last time I wore it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just this top that I had in my wardrobe there. I thought, I'll put that on today.
Oh,
And here we
mate,
are.
nice.
It's
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
how A leads to B.
You know, and sometimes shirts just fit you really well.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? They just do. They fit you. And, mate, that is showing me everything I need to know right now.
Everything I've got. Yeah.
And
Just to let the people know out there, it's a crop top.
Yes.
It sort of stops just below the sternum there.
Yes.
And you can just see my snail trail.
Oh.
Just
Glistening.
sprinting down the underside of my gut.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Hey, Pugsy Mad Bastard, how's life?
Yeah, good, man. Happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah,
as
are ya?
always. Yeah, totally.
Great. You did a great job yesterday, mate.
I appreciate
Oh,
that.
I mean, there's some work on.
There's some, there's a few issues.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of work on,
Okay,
but
right,
I mean,
yeah.
we'll just work on that, through
Yeah,
We'll
sure.
talk to you off here about that.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah,
no,
worries.
listen, as
Hey,
always,
what's happening on the show today,
oh,
Jase?
mate, we've got, speaking of you were going through your wardrobe, we've got wardrobe chat, we've got pet chat, we've got prizes to give away.
Oh, that's right.
It is just all on from 4 to 7 o'clock, and it does not cease.
Is it all on for young and old?
And old.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Aye,
good.
it is.
All right.
As always at this time of the day, though, we want to know, where are you listening to the show and what are you wearing? Text us 3483. And please text us, because Pugs gets really self-conscious if people don't text. He thinks it's all his fault.
Yeah.
So text us 3483. And let's kick off with a bit of She-Hard.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Get a bit of that up here. She-Hard there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. What are the people saying, fellas, on 3483?
Sup, you mad bastards, a midnight steamer the second Pugs. I'm in a pair of lacy work boots and a nippleless leather jacket, driving my Kenworth here in Chicha. Chur, Rubes with moves.
Oh,
Yeah, good old
that's
Rubes.
hot, yeah.
He's a good bastard, old Rubes.
He's all right.
I
He
know
can't drive a truck, though.
Yeah, that's the funny
He's
thing.
hopeless behind the wheel, man.
He really
He's
is.
an embarrassment, old
Yeah.
Rubes there. Gee whiz, yeah.
He's big on the horn, though, isn't he?
Toot toot.
Wearing F-all, sitting in traffic waiting for my bolos to stop throbbing after my dirtbag apprentice dropped a pile of bricks in them.
Oh, that'll happen, man, the pile of bricks.
Yeah.
You got to look
Yeah.
out for them. Actually, I was driving home today because I forgot that we had somebody coming around to the house to do some work. When I say do some work, I mean put a filter in one of those DVS systems.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I had to
we
go-
had that 2
Big
weeks
job.
ago.
Had to go and meet that bastard. And as I was driving home, just around the, houses, residential,
Yes.
there's a gentleman walking on the street. He'd taken his shirt off.
No.
Taken his shirt off, moseying along the street there. And I thought, nah, it's cold.
Well,
It was cold.
in fairness to him, Mogi, I do that when I go for my walks.
Yeah, but I
and-
mean, you're ripped a bit.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
I mean, heads are turning, Jase.
Well, that's right.
I mean, you see the woman just turn their heads when Jase goes by. I saw one woman walked past Jase, and she turned her head so quickly she snapped her own neck and died.
Yeah.
It
Rest
was
in peace,
unreal.
man.
There was nothing
What
I
a
could
way
do
to
for
go,
it.
though.
Yeah,
But I just feel, with the kid I'm running, it just seems a shame to hide it away. You know
No,
what
I
mean?
agree.
Especially when the sun's out at the
Oh,
moment.
yeah.
You know?
You got to get your vitamin D.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Finish me off with one more here, Pugs.
Paula here, sunny yet tit-freezing Hawke's Bay.
Oh,
Listening
yeah.
to you, #backbones, from the warmth of my lounge, completely nude.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good on you, Paula. She often texts us on
Yeah,
3483.
she's been arrested a few times for public nudity.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
She always
she's
goes
at
out
home.
to a letterbox. Yeah, I know, but still, it's frowned upon.
And I
Yeah.
tell you why.
She's in a home. She's not at home. Yeah.
The reason for Paula is, she has the Mogi syndrome re-curtains.
Oh, yeah,
You know
that's
what I
right.
mean? She likes-
She's a goer.
see.
Well, and Paula's an
Yeah.
attractive woman. She likes people to see what she's got.
Well, even if she's not an attractive woman,
Well,
she's got every right to put
yeah,
on display
yeah,
until
totally.
the police get involved.
Hey, now listen, I had a bit of a revelation over the weekend, which I want to share with you next.
Yeah,
if
okay.
that's all right.
Yeah,
I don't want to get into it right now
Okay.
because we've been talking texts, and this needs serious consideration.
Okay.
It's been quite...
Can you give me a hint?
Well, it's about my marriage.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
It's about my wardrobe.
Just call it quit. Oh, wardrobe, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you go.
And just something that came to my attention as I cleared it out over the weekend.
Can I just say, this is a goddamn tune. Crank it up, would you?
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
How soon is now, Mogi?
Oh, yeah, never soon enough.
What a tune, man.
Absolute
Jeez, that
tune.
tune takes me back. Any more texts on 3483 there? Spare Keyzie.
Oh, there it is. Pugs and the boys. Hey, Hoyt voice. You guys rock. Just got home having a beersy listening to the show. Shout out to Radio Hodaki for being the ultimate entertainment. That's from Nadia.
You know, and I have to say, that sort of text warms my bullus.
Yeah, man,
No,
my
your
bullets are
bullet.
really
Right.
warm at the
Yeah,
moment.
tingling.
We got another one here. G'day, fellas. Got my budgie smugglers on. Off to Fiji tomorrow. Have booked a shady spot on the beach under Keyzie's massive schnozzer.
There's a
Should
lot
be
of people
sweet.
getting under that.
Yeah. You get a whole wedding party under
Yeah,
that,
you
wouldn't
do,
you?
yeah.
Hey, listen, Mogi, I think I mentioned this last week sometime, but we're getting our wardrobe refurbished.
Oh, yes, in your house there. Yeah, you lucky
because
bastard.
if I can point a picture to you, I'll paint a picture for you. There's my bed, right? I'm lying in my bed.
Yep.
And right in front of my eyes is our wardrobe.
Sure.
And it doesn't, and it's quite a
Are you
big...
on the right hand side of the bed as I lie in it, next to you, holding your hand? Are you on the right hand side of the bed?
Always on the right
Always
hand.
on the right. And where is the door
the door
to get out?
is about
Is it to your right?
2 metres to my right.
Right. So
Yes.
okay, yeah, good.
Next to me is a leather chair, and I've got a bedside table.
So you've got it set up so that if an offender, an intruder,
Yes.
a home invader,
Aye.
a sick son of a bee
Yes.
enters the house, they've
Aye.
got to get through you first.
Yes.
That be right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got it the other way around.
yeah, that makes sense. So I'm going through the wardrobe because we're getting it all ripped out and we're getting a new wardrobe put in with doors.
Oh,
How good is that, man?
God.
How good is that? But anyway, and
Rolling in it.
I'm taking all the stuff off my hanger, right?
Yes.
Because we had to clean it out. And I put the shirt on the bed and I went, my wife got me that shirt. Took another shirt off. My wife got me that shirt.
Yeah.
And I went through my entire wardrobe. And with a growing and dawning realization, I realized that my wife has purchased 95% of the clothes that I wear.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, we talked in the past about how we entrapped our wives into the marriage through our lies, through presenting ourselves as respectable guys.
Yeah.
Which was all a lie, and then
Yeah.
we got them to
It's a
marry,
ruse,
and
yeah.
we had kids with them and stuff. And I've realised
Catfish,
is this kind of a weird payback
Yeah.
from my wife trying to shape me in the image of the guy she thought I said I was?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The guy that you said that you were, that she thought that you was.
Well, yeah. And,
Yeah.
and here's the cunning thing about it.
Careful.
It wasn't a blanket change of my wardrobe.
Oh, no.
It wasn't a chucking out. It
Right.
was an insidious
Thank you.
shirt by shirt takeover of my wardrobe.
Over 26 years.
Over 26 years, which I didn't really pay attention. She'd go, I got you a new shirt today.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, thanks, darling. And then some of them I biff. Some of them go, oh, that's quite good.
Yeah.
But I've realised that I don't purchase my own clothes
No,
anymore.
it doesn't matter which of the shirts you choose out of the selection she's brought home.
Yes.
She's happy that you wear any of them because none of them really are your choice.
Yes.
Even though you think you've made a choice, you've only made a choice from her choices.
Well, when we and I've said this before, when I first got together with her and we moved in together, all of a sudden my 3 favourite shirts disappeared.
Gone.
True story.
Yeah.
True story,
Yeah.
that. And I was like, I remember saying to her, have you ever seen that shirt of mine? I can't find it.
Yeah.
She's like, no.
Yeah.
No. And
But
so,
those 3 shirts are probably the 3 shirts that she found you the most attractive in.
yes.
She knew she had to try and keep a dog on the porch, so she got rid of those 3 shirts so that no other woman would go near you, and now she dresses you like an elderly degenerate.
Well, but it poses the question to me, how many men are going through this? Well, actually, not just men, it might be men doing that to their
look,
partners.
we can try and be, politically correct here. It's only women doing this.
Yes.
to men.
Okay.
Because really, there's probably some some men out there that would try to do this woman. You're not wearing that. There will be a bit of that going on. But I think this is generally a bit more, as you say, insidious.
Yes.
It's just like, I don't really like him wearing that. But rather than have the conversation with him, I'll just replace his entire wardrobe and, if I can, his personality.
Yeah. Well, text us if you're in that scenario where you're being dictated to by...
It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Well, it is.
You wake up one day and you're living in a sort of a facade there.
Where's this cardigan from?
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Audio Slave there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, 4:30. We're talking about the fact that when I was cleaning out the wardrobe this last weekend, I came to the realisation that my wife had bought 95% of my clothes, Mogi, and had slowly and insidiously over time changed my image from the rocker, sort of rock and roll dude that I was into a more sort of conservative version. And
it's sort of a vagabond.
Yeah, vagabond. Someone actually made a point on the text here, 3483, saying basically, looking at what you wear, they're obviously op shop shirts, Jase. Yep. True story that. They are op shop shirts. And I was saying off air to you that coincidentally on the other side of this discussion, my wife over the last year and a half, 2 years, is getting more and more stylish. Yeah. She has got the most to die for jackets at the moment. Winter jackets, knee length, pure wool.
Well, she said that, you're saying off here that she's regarded as the Imelda Marcos of West Auckland.
Well, yes.
She's got hundreds of pairs of shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Which is part of the reason why you need the new wardrobe.
But then a comment that you made actually made me think about it, which was, I've got to keep this old dog on the porch.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a good-looking fella.
Yeah.
And if I'm going around wearing sharp duds all the time, hello.
They're hanging off you.
You know what I mean? And so it makes sense to me now. I go,
I went through a similar thing where when I first got together with my wife, she sort of immediately made inroads into what I was wearing.
Okay,
and I didn't care, man. I was happy as. So at that stage, back in those days when we got together, the sort of the baggy jean was, sort of those flared out jeans. They're back in now.
Right.
She didn't like those, so next thing you know, I'm wearing TJs, tight jeans.
Yeah. Is that where you get your tight jeans from?
That's where that came from.
No
Funnily
way.
enough, when we first got together on that front talking pants there, Mogi, corduroy's out the door. Corduroy, my corduroy slacks,
corduroys,
gone. My slip-on zip-up shoes,
gone, boy.
You know what I mean?
But this is the thing. I just want to say, Pugs, that it gets to a certain point where fashion has no bearing on you. It gets to a point where you actually go to the shop one day, the latest styles, you're actually like, I can't do this. So you move away from having from following fashion to just having your own style. You just do your own thing.
Yes.
So my jeans are tighter than they probably should be given the current state of things. I don't care.
I love it.
Well, I don't care. I'm just not going to keep on changing. And the missus had me wearing those bloody tan bastards.
Oh, the chinos.
The
chinos.
Oh, no.
And it was like, so every man and his dog was wearing those. She was like, oh, you should wear those. It's like, but everybody's wearing them. Why am I going to wear them?
Yes.
And this is for that reason. Because they don't want you to see you looking good, man. They want to keep you on the porch. So I think that they've had to go at all of us, Jase.
Yeah.
They're making us look a fool.
Are you sure it's not just coming from a place of good intentions and she just enjoys buying things for you and maybe sharing that with you?
Whose side are you on?
Yeah, come on,
Spear
Pugs. We're a team here.
No, just playing devil's advocate.
What are they saying on the text machine there?
Hey boys, have you not heard the saying, when you get married, when the bride is standing at the back of the church about to walk down, she looks ahead and says, I'll alter him. That's from Mike. That's from Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
Another one here. G'day, legends and dollar store Keyzie. Seems to me that my misso only buys me aftershave and cologne that smells horrible. I think she's trying to keep me on a leash.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it makes sense, right?
Interesting.
It's better to know what you've got, know that you've got a diamond in the rough, and just cover them with a bit more dirt than it is to give them a polish up and let them shine for everybody to enjoy, I think.
Wow. This is what I love about this show.
Oh, yeah.
It's just been a revelation to, like, my eyes have opened.
Yeah, that's right.
I've just gone, my God.
Yeah.
And a part of me is saying, bravo to her, bravo. Good work.
And there will also be people that say, well, what about you guys? You tricked your missus into believing you were something you weren't just so that you could hook them into marrying you. You acted like you were men of the world. You acted like you were class acts. You act like you were, just incredible human beings, but that was all just a lie and act. just to catch the woman of your dreams. So really, didn't you commit the ultimate sin? And I say, well, nah.
Fair
This
cop.
is worse, eh?
Yeah, this is so much worse, man.
I used to have some cool shirts, man.
Same, man. And pants. Not chinos, though. Yes, Pugs?
Another text here. Hoity J, my missus ended up ditching my disco gear and replaced everything with skivvies. A total loser piece of... Oh, wait. Are you a skivvy man?
Are you a skivvy man?
No.
You are a skivvy man. You rock the skivvy all the time.
I'm... Pugs.
Tonight with the little shirt collar coming out the top of it.
That's
skivvy,
not a
it's a jersey.
skivvy. It's a jersey.
It's more of a skivvy, but...
Second-hand Keyzie.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, Red Hot Chili Peppers there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. 4:45 it is. Now listen, exciting news, New Zealand. The Big Show is out on the road again this Thursday.
Yeah.
Going down to the good old-fashioned field days, Mogi.
Yeah.
On the Thursday afternoon. So if you're going to that, come along and say g'day to us.
Yes.
You know, we can have a bit of a chit-chat, a durry maybe. Who knows what we can get up to.
Yeah, we'll talk about fertilisers and that,
Yeah,
and some of the stuff that
silage.
we've been using to sort of get the old farm there pumping, because you and I still run the lifestyle block, 83,000 hectares.
Yeah.
Where?
not easy, mate.
out the back of beyond there.
Oh,
and,
right,
so got a few head out there, 80,000 head of cattle on that bastard.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot of heads of
So
cattle.
you just got to manage it right. Spare Keyzie, where you're just making sure that you're getting through the fields there, and everybody's getting what they need, and then of course you ring a bell, they go and milk themselves, and job done.
Yeah, totally.
Sort of not sort of wrap your day up at about 10 in the morning.
Yeah,
Piece of
That
piss.
seems chill.
absolutely, mate. But it's also rewarding having that sort of acreage, getting out in the open air before we come in to do the show there, Spare Keyzie. So, yeah. It's going to be good because, Mogi and I like to keep up to date with what's going on technologically in the farming world.
Yeah, totally.
We're pretty old school, to be fair, but, it's good to see what opportunities are out there.
Do you guys deal with some, big machinery?
Well, we're still milking into buckets.
Oh, okay.
Still milking into buckets, but what we've got now is we have 6 buckets, one for each teat.
Yes.
And you're going, do.
And how many cows did you say
We
you
both
had?
have those little miniature sort of tripod chairs too, so you can sit
Oh,
down
okay,
there.
yeah, little stool
And when
sort
you're
of.
Good for the
talking-
back, man.
When
Yeah,
you're talking 80,000 head, that's a few.
take a while.
That's a few teats to squeeze.
Yeah,
I can
a lot
tell
of
you
milk,
that much.
man. A lot of milk.
240,000 teats a day.
Yeah.
Holy.
Times 2. That's 480 teats you're squeezing in a day.
Yeah,
Pugs.
that's not counting the ones that are infected. You're always going to have your infections
Oh,
in there.
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
want to touch
okay.
those bastards.
Or mad cow
Don't get me
disease.
started with carving. But listen, we're going to be there.
Yeah.
And also after that, we're going to the Good George.
We are.
In Frankton.
Broadcasting the show live.
Doing
Yeah,
it
that's
live.
right. That's right.
You fizzing about that, Speed
I'm
Keyzie?
absolutely. Yeah, I'm really excited for field days. We're going to be at Site Q1 hanging out with the JCB team there.
Oh, so
After that,
bastards,
Good
yeah.
George Dining Hall from 4. I'm very excited to do a live show with you guys. Haven't done it before.
Because Keyzie won't be here, will he? Real
Keyzie will not.
So we've had to bring in Spare Keyzie.
Yeah, Spare Keyzie will be
Got to
there.
keep a spare Keyzie on hand. We've also got a competition for people that can't make it to field days.
Oh, so good.
We've got this massive prize pack thanks to our mates at JCB, including a huge industrial chili bin, jackets, boots, hats, and more. To get in the draw for that, you just text JCB to 3483.
So
Okay.
good. Yeah.
JCB.
I'm going to do that right now.
JCB to 3483.
Good stuff.
Good.
Hey, bit of good shit for you.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
The Black Keys there to round out the hour. Eyes to the front, Spare Keyzie.
Hey,
Oh,
what?
jeez.
Unbelievable, man.
It's like people that sit in that chair just immediately get infected
Yeah.
with
Well,
it. You know
as
what I mean?
you guys know, Keyzie did take me under his wing a little bit when I got here, and I'm starting to wonder if that was maybe a mistake.
Yeah, quite possibly a mistake there. Now, listen. Big hour after 5 o'clock. Pet chat, of course.
Yes.
So if you've got any pet advice that you need, text us 3483. And a
Totally.
reminder, too, everyone that does text us, go in the draw for some BK vouchers. So get involved in that. Let me have a look at our little jock here there.
Oh, yeah, there's a bit
Mogi.
in
What
there,
else have
mate.
we got in there?
Oh, mate, so much.
Oh, mate. This is going to be a hell of a... I don't want to give it away,
Yeah,
actually.
no, it's pretty good.
You know what I mean? Suffice to say that you will not be disappointed with the 5 to 6 hour, okay? Can I put it that way?
Yeah.
I'll keep you in suspense. Beautiful.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you mad bastards. Hope your Tuesday afternoon's going along tickety-boo. 2 minutes past 5 o'clock. Now, we're about to get into pet chat. If you don't know what pet chat is about, basically, if you've got pets, you've got issues with them, or you've got stuff that you want to discuss about them, you text us on 3483. Mogi and I, being veterinarians in our previous lives, have all that
I live next door to one.
And you live next door to one.
Yeah.
We have all the knowledge, and we know how close Kiwis are to their pets, Mogi.
No, that's exactly right. I mean, I think oftentimes people are so close to their pets that they find it hard to get any kind of real distance for these big decisions that need to be made a hell of a lot of the time. And, you know, and also they don't want to pay to go and see an actual vet. So this is a free service, which is an advantage.
Yeah, totally. And especially when you're talking thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that's
you know,
right.
you've got to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah.
So I think that's a fair point. So text us 3483. Everyone that does send us texts goes in the draw for our BK voucher. Isn't that right, Spare Keyzie?
Yeah, man, we got vouchers for the Big King XL. It's serious work. So drop everything and wrap both hands around the tasty flame-grilled Tower of Yum.
Two-hander, is it?
Yeah. It is a two-hander.
Yeah.
She's a big burger, mate.
Oh, yeah.
In the meantime, let's kick off the hour with a bit of Primal Scream, shall we?
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Pet Chat. With Jason Mike. And as always, with Pet Chat, we've been inundated with questions. A lot of concerned pet owners out there, Mogi, and not only on the text machine, also on the Insta as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of concerns going on.
Good evening, lads. What's the best way to stop our pet sheep farting? We've had Shirley for a number of years now, and just in the past few months she started farting so much the neighbours are complaining.
Where do they live?
He hasn't said on the text machine, 3483. Hasn't specified there, but somewhere with neighbours.
It feels like it might be an inner city issue, like an apartment building.
Yeah.
Because you can't complain about a sheep farting in a paddock.
No. And weirdly enough, that seems to be a growing kind of thing with sheep in apartment buildings, because they're a very docile animal.
Sheep in apartment buildings. I've never seen that before. Why would you do that?
It is something where you get people that move into sort of cities close by bars and that sort of thing, complaining about the music from bars.
Yes.
And it's similar if you've got a horse or a cow or a sheep and they're making sort of a bit of a racket. It's like, well, half a dozen of one. Yeah, it's sort of, I don't know.
Would you say the music from bars?
Don't do that.
No, it's
sorry.
So it is a pun.
Yeah.
There's a Keyzie-like pun.
Under
we're trying to beat that out of him as well.
I apologise. Yeah. Do you want another one?
Eat it. Sorry, carry on.
Eat the sheep?
Yeah, eat the sheep.
Cool.
Or the neighbour.
How do I stop one of my dogs from eating the other one's poo? And that's from Bernie on Instagram.
Eat it first.
Yeah.
You're suggesting Bernie eat the poo.
And was it Bernie that sent the text?
Bernie sent the message, yeah.
So many people, have an issue with their dogs eating excrement.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Just think of
jealous
of the savings you will make not having to buy dog food anymore. And, I'll go so far as to say that, I take my dog around the neighbourhood specifically looking for poos that she can eat.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that.
Mate, fills her up.
We've got another message here. I don't pick up my dog poo. Is this socially acceptable? After all, it is biodegradable. And that's from Jake.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It saves you picking up the dog's poos if the dog's eating it.
Yeah.
So, ideally, and this takes a bit of training, but your dog, gets the spine going and then does the poo, and then you just have to give it a bit of a jerk on the lead and just make him eat it immediately. Or her. And then you're one and done, you know what I mean? So rather than having to get your plastic bag out, he's just badoosh, and then
It's recycling, isn't it, Mogi?
Well, yeah, it's been a tidy Kiwi.
Yeah, totally.
And dogs have got to be a part of that as well.
Being conscious of your green footprint.
Not being conscious of your dog, though. Would you like another text? How do I stop my dog going crazy in the car? She goes bonkers whenever we go anywhere. That's from
Yeah,
Jory.
I can relate to that.
That's funny. Your dog does that.
Yeah, she goes absolute to the point now where we don't really take her with us anywhere. We
Yeah.
always wanted her to be a dog that came with us everywhere
Yeah.
we went, but actually,
It's too punishing.
It's massively punishing.
Well, actually, I was following a car the other day.
Especially when she's
out
been
your
eating
way.
poos.
Oh, yeah. Breathing in your face and
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Good God. I was following a car the other day on Sunday there. A fellow was driving along in his car. He didn't notice that his probably a year-old black lab jumped out the window, stoked, running off through the traffic, run straight in front of our car.
Yes.
We had to race off and catch up to this dude. Got him to pull over. He had another black lab in the car. He hadn't noticed that he'd lost one of them. And I told him, mate, you know, your dog's jumped out of the window here, champ. You might want to come back and grab it. And he's like, oh, God, where is it? I said, well, we ran it over.
Yeah.
I mean, it is dead.
But you still should grab it.
You should get it because everyone's running over it now.
Yeah. It's
You know,
getting
it's just
flattened.
da-douche.
Or, you know-
But if you go now, you might be able to save the collar.
Yeah, because they're not cheap, Pugs. They're not cheap. And also, just a little tip there, you know, for your dog, because my dog likes to put her head out the window there and bark mode
Oh, yeah.
as we're driving along.
Just
You
get a bit
do that.
close to the letterbox
You just
and
go, well, no, it's more a window thing where you go, you know, and it traps it in the window.
Yeah, if you get it right on the muzzle there.
Yes, and it just closes the trap there.
That's right, shuts them up.
Hey, we'll carry on with these after a bit of Foo Fighters, shall we?
Keep those texts coming, 3483.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Pet Chat. With Jason Mike. Yeah.
Tune.
That is great work on that sting there.
No, I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, man, really good.
Really
Sourced,
good.
I had to record a lot of animals for that.
I want to miss you, Spear Keyzie, when you go back into Studio B.
I won't be far away, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
Far enough.
Let's hit the text again on Pet Chat 3483. What's going on?
My dog insists on making eye contact when he lays a Keyzie.
Oh, yeah.
I hate it. What can I do?
This
Look
really
away is one of the options.
Yes.
But they love it, eh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely they do. Of course, that's why they're making the eye contact. It makes it more special for them.
It's a real connection.
To poo in front of their owner.
My dog not only does that, she gives me eye contact, but then while she turns around and is eating her poos, she looks up at me with eye contact, you know? Am I doing good, boss?
Yeah.
Am I doing good? Tail wag, tail
You
wag.
like that? You like that
You
one?
like that?
You like that one?
She's
like that one, boss?
eating it
Yeah.
all up there. Yummy, yummy, daddy.
Yeah. My dog the other day, and this is a true story, Tinker, King Charles Cavalier Spaniel crossed with a Papillon, massive bulges on the bastard.
he really does have massive bulges.
Curling the back, arching the back, curling one out, and not insignificant. And obviously, Tinker knew it, and she looked up at me, and with her massive bulges, she sort of gave me the old wink, like that one is the business. Have you ever had your dog wink at you, man? As if to say, how do you like them apples?
Check those toffee apples out. Oh, this is turning into Pet Chat.
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, my pet llama keeps eating its own poo and then spitting on my face. When
From the top?
I don't know if I can. My pet llama keeps eating its own poo and then spitting on my face when I go to give him a pat after work. Is there something I can do to stop him spitting on me? I've had about enough and the bastard will be turned into neck chop someday soon if he doesn't cut it out. Cheers.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unlike the Chihuahua or the Blue Heeler, is it? That's
The llama.
they're practical jokers.
Yeah, very much so.
They've very much got that vein. So you're sort of falling for it hook, line and sinker there.
Yes. I used to own an ostrich.
Oh, yeah.
That literally hurled its own feces at hurled it at me.
They got a good
How
arm on
did it
them.
hurl it at you?
Oh,
with its
just-
foot?
Yeah.
Just for
Yeah.
splatter.
Yeah.
Like that, boss. Like that, boss. Tail wag. Tail wag.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To stop that.
Yeah.
The spitting.
There's only
of the
back
poo.
paddock, I'm afraid.
Can I just say, just on that text, by the way, I'm not that familiar with neck chops.
Oh, a neck chop.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd imagine they'd be
normally
quite
come
nice.
from a lamb.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Quite small, I'm picking.
Yeah, they're not big.
Yeah.
Not a lot of meat on the bastards.
Yeah,
Because you're chopping up a neck that's had quite a lot of shit going down.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Joy Division there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 5:26. Now, listen up. The 10K backbone shout thanks to Super Liquor.
Yeah.
This is a serious business, man. We are literally giving away $10,000 cash.
Yeah.
And all people have to do, wherever they work, is to get on their phones, do a backbone shout-out, and send it to us.
A what shout out?
A backbone! And or tag us.
Yeah.
And you go on the draw to win 10K. You could do it by yourself. You could do it with all your workmates. You can do it however the bloody hell you bloody well choose to do it and possibly win $10,000.
Hell yeah.
What could be easier?
I don't think I can think of anything that's
It's
easier
pretty
than that.
bloody easy, man. 10
As far as
grand
getting
is pretty
10K.
good eating. Yeah, and you guys are hanging off the back of your phones all day, so just, try and do something productive and make a few bob off it.
Yeah,
I
totally.
reckon. Look, man, if I wasn't working here, I'd be having a crack at it. Absolutely.
So would I, mate. Actually, we had the guys doing the squeegeeing of the windows today. They did it.
They did it, yeah.
Yeah. They went
Backboning off the side of the building.
You were joking me that I could win 10K just by doing that.
Yeah.
We actually had another exterior cleaner send in a backbone video somewhere else.
Oh, really?
Somewhere not from here.
So
Right.
the cleaners are responding.
Well, we've had a couple from the cleaners. We had another fantastic one from a couple of fellas that were working on site on a Saturday. I think it looked like one of them was power washing something on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And
I
they
saw
sent
that
it
on
in.
Insta, yeah.
Yeah, that's backbone right there on a Saturday. And then another one of some people fishing. So it can be anything.
And you could win $10,000.
$10,000.
So get involved, New Zealand, is what you're
Where
saying.
do we go to find out more details, actually, for the people out there that don't quite understand it?
If you're not quite sure, you can go to hodaki.co.nz and that'll explain everything. Coincidentally, if you're on that page, you can also submit it via that page too. We just say Instagram because it's often a lot easier.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even you know what I'm like. I'm a bit of a manus with this.
brain.
Yeah, look, a dir brain.
Massive
I
dir
think,
brain,
I
yeah.
think that's fine. I am a dir brain. Even I know how to do it. So
Yeah.
if Hoity J can do it, pull finger, get your asses into gear and send us those videos.
You
All
got
right?
it. Hey, that's all thanks to our mates at Super Liquor, by the way.
Yeah. Good bastards, all of them,
Yeah.
eh? Bloody
Backbones.
good bastards. We'll be back after the break.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Hell of a tune, that Pearl Jam on the radio. Hodaki Big Shows. I was very nearly late getting back from the bog there, fellas. I apologise. Just noticed one of the chairs had busted out in the office there, so I was just fixing that up before I got in here and went, had to get in here.
You're a good bastard.
I just see stuff that's broken and I just go, I'll sort it.
Can't help yourself.
Yeah.
Can't help yourself.
Just got the tools out.
Yeah. Hey, the old daughter there, well, I say old, she's 3.
Yes.
She's having her birthday this weekend, and we're just sort of organising all the birthday fare,
Yes.
the food, and the games. They've got this new thing that's happening with Pass the Parcel. You heard about this one?
No.
So you pass your parcel. I always hated this game as a kid, but
Yes.
you sit there in a circle. You got something wrapped, some really prized gift wrapped up in 6 or 7 layers of newspaper. Nowadays, so it used to be you just sit there, it goes around, the music stops, you take off a layer of paper.
Yes.
Nowadays they've got it so that every time you take off a layer of paper, there's a prize.
Yes.
So everybody gets a prize. Everybody gets a prize.
Yes.
My feeling is that nobody should get a prize.
Yes.
Not even your daughter?
But what? the person at the end should get a
Oh, I
prize,
see,
but
right,
no one
and
else
you would-
gets one because you want to be the winner.
Yeah, of course.
If there's no difference between the winner and everybody else, then what are we doing? But I've told my wife that we're going to do a scumbag one.
Yes.
So every time you take off the first layer you get off, that kid gets a banana skin. It's just going to be a rotten banana skin.
Nice.
Next one will be an old toilet paper roll, a
Yes.
sock, an apple core, just garbage. What do you think about that?
I think it's a great idea.
Then in the middle is an actual prize.
Yes,
a
yes.
good thing.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to enjoy it up until that point. I want them going, ew, yuck,
Yeah.
gross, this party sucks.
Yes.
I never want to come to your birthday again, that sort of stuff. Funny.
Yeah, totally. Now, look, I'll be honest with you. We used to do Pass the Parcel with all our girls back in the day there, Moji.
Yeah.
And it was old schools.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, you didn't have prizes in every layer. You know, and we were so poor and broke all the time, mate.
Yeah.
We used to just put, like, the prize would be like a little nub of soap that was
Yes.
in, you know what I mean?
Well, your wife collects the soap.
Yeah.
Or one of you should give away one of your jackets, one of your shirts.
Or something like that, you know what I mean? Just be practical about it.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing about the whole party pack scenario, i.e. the party's
The
over.
goodie bag.
Where's my goodie bag?
Yeah, no, there's no goodie
It's
bag.
not,
We won't
not
be
in
doing.
my
We
house,
won't be
there's
doing
no
the goodie
goodie
bags.
bags. We will not go to goodie bags.
I'm generally not that big on, because you got to ask every bastard their dietary requirements.
Oh.
So if you're allergic to peanuts, don't come.
Yes.
Okay, if you're going to drop dead because you had some milk, stay at home.
Yes.
So what we're going to be doing is, and we don't, we've got certainly dietary requirements ourselves, but we will be having, sausage rolls at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you.
There's going to be ice cream and jelly.
Yes.
It's just going to be gut rot. Your kid is going to be bouncing off the goddamn walls when it gets home.
Saveloys?
Saveloys. There's
Yeah,
going to be
thank you.
saveloys. Now, my daughter doesn't eat meat. She'll
Yeah.
be eating those goddamn saveloys whether she likes it or not. Have you ever had a fair...
She'll love it too.
Have you ever had a fair suck of a sav, do you reckon?
Yeah, totally.
A fair suck?
I've
Because what is a fair suck? I reckon about 8 minutes.
Yeah, I've sucked on a salve quite a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've sucked the salve so long that pink stuff's gone as grey as the meat inside.
I've sucked a salve so long my lips have wrinkled.
Why don't you
I've
just
sucked
eat
a
it?
salve so long my tongue's gone numb.
Yeah.
That's a true story, Pugs.
So glad you told
Well,
her.
no, seriously, man. In terms of your daughter's party, kia kaha to you first
you,
and
man.
foremost.
I feel like that's not a...
because I think things are just getting a little bit out of hand
Well,
these days. It's you consider the cost of these things.
Well, this is
Moby.
the thing.
It's
I'm not
outrageous.
a toy store, man. Why do I got to supply 800 bloody toys for you bastards?
Exactly.
I'd rather drive a wedge between her and all of her little mates so that there is no party.
Yes.
Than get each of them a toy worth $1.
Totally.
What's that, $8?
Could you not just get lollipops or something? Like something real cheap that's like, I don't know,
How many
20
kids have you
cents or
got?
something?
Keyzie?
How many kids have you got spare,
I
Keyzie?
haven't had any, but I've had a few lollipops in my time, all right?
Yeah.
So I
Right,
could say that
okay.
they're pretty cheap. So you could wrap some of those up in there. And
it's a lot of work. I think having garbage prizes in between each layer is a nice mix of the old and the new.
Totally.
You wanted a prize? Here it is. And take it home with you as well. You take that rotten banana home with you.
Bloody hell, because we don't want it stinks.
You eat it.
Yeah, eat it. Yeah.
Now, before the game continues.
We did that with the old pina colada. Do you remember the old pina colada?
Yeah.
Oh, not pina colada. What are they called? Your whack?
Pinata.
Pinata,
Yeah, yeah.
Just made it out of toilet rolls and paper mache
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
put one of my granddad's boiled sweets in it.
Just the one?
Yeah, one that I'd already sucked on. Given a fair old suck. Now, what is the phrase?
Sucking a salve.
Sucking a salve, yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Weezer there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening, but right now it's time for What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue. Yeah. Great stuff.
Really good. I'm trying to remember what I did last night, man.
Isn't it funny? I've been doing that so much of late. Going, people will ask me a question like, "What's going on? What's happening?" and blah, and I just can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
The day before, like yesterday, if you asked me what was going on for me yesterday, I couldn't tell you.
No.
I wouldn't have a clue. I leave the show. I can't even remember what the show was about.
Oh, no. Definitely
You know what
not
I'm
that.
saying?
Definitely not that. Because it's so disposable,
Well, yeah, it
what
is.
we talk about.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's candy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I take pride in it.
I got home and I did some work, and then I watched the missus. She did a bit of work, and then just on in the background there, and then I did some washing, and then on the background there, I just had a rugby league show, a buckby league show.
Yes.
And it had your Braithen Asters and a bunch of other experts sort of discussing State of Origin, who's going to be selected, and if they can't talk a mile of absolute shit,
Yes.
it's like, God, can you take all the joy out of this sport for me, please?
Yeah, totally.
It just did not stop.
Mate, I just can't do sporting interviews and all that sort of jazz anymore. It is just such a inane crap
Yeah, it was.
that I just go, this is ridiculous.
It was, and it was the only reason I was watching it was to fill time until the missus was finished doing some work. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, I can watch this. I know she's
was
not,
a filler.
I know she's not going to say to me, "Oh, you're going to watch that without me, are you?"
Yes. I get your point.
You know, she's not going to want to watch that. She's just not Pugs, and that's how it is. That's how she is.
And that's okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes, Mogi, sometimes I watch stuff that I know my wife doesn't like just so that she'll, give me a bit of space.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
So I'm going to watch this, and she'll go, I don't really want to watch that. And I go, what are you going to do then?
Yeah, see ya.
You know what I mean?
So you hit the bricks.
You got your sewing machine there in the spare room.
Get busy.
It's taking up all that
some
space.
New pants.
Hang on.
Exactly. I watched Knitram.
Oh, yeah.
About the Tasmanian massacre in...
I feel like it was 95 or 97.
I think, funnily enough, it was 96.
Ah.
Yes. With the actor Caleb Landry Jones.
Yeah.
Who was sensationally good.
Yeah, I look forward to watching it.
And actually, the movie's not about the massacre itself. It's all about the build-up to the massacre.
What led to it.
To it. And all the performances are pretty bloody good. I will put a little disclaimer out there and say, if you're not in a good frame of mind, probably avoid it.
Yeah, right.
Pretty dark.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah,
Have you seen the film Snowtown?
Have I seen it?
Snowtown.
No.
It
I've
is
heard
another
that's very
Australian
good.
true crime, and it's about a bunch of Aussie crims there, and they live in a small town called Snowtown, and there's a disused bank there, and the police go into this bank on a tip, if I remember, and there's a bunch of barrels in there, and inside the barrels are a whole stack of bodies. So some local crims have been just knocking some of the locals, making out like these people are bad people, just so they've got an excuse to kill them. An incredible film. A horrendous piece of Australian history.
Yes.
But, geez, it's good.
Well, funnily enough, I think I've seen a doco on that very thing.
Yeah.
Not the film.
That would be right. And in fact, I saw that doco and I felt so ill.
Yes.
I thought, how am I going to watch a film? But I did.
Yeah, you did. You got there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is a great doco.
What do you watch Snowtown the movie on?
I saw it years ago. That just sort of popped in my head. So give it a Google. And the guy that played the lead in that is... He's sort of fallen into plain psychos all the time, which is a shame, but he's bloody good.
Yeah.
Right. I saw him in... I'm sorry, we've run out of time for you, Pugs.
Okay.
He was in Ghost in the Shell. I saw him in Ghost in the Shell. He did a scene with Scarlett Johansson. I was on the film. He did a scene with her. He was absolutely, and this just a two-hander, unbelievable. One of the greatest performances you ever see.
Right.
And they cut it down to about a minute.
Oh.
And mostly of just her talking. It was an absolute travesty.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
A perfect circle there on the radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Hey, now listen, this is one of those things that people need to get involved with. It is a hell of a prize, Mogi.
It is.
A 7-day trip to France.
That's in France?
Yes, in France. That's in Europe. With the ACC, a.k.a. your Matt Heath, your G Lane,
your Mania Stewart,
Mania Stewart, maybe even Jeremy Wells.
Maybe even your Jase.
You don't know. And what I have a bit of an issue with, I'm part of the ACC, as are you.
Yeah, thank
don't
you.
see our name on that poster, Mogi.
No.
What's that about?
No. Well, I'm trying to get us to the Cricket World Cup, man, because I think, Paris is fine.
Yes.
France in general, wine.
Cheese,
baguettes,
bread, croissant, just all around backbones over there, just totally. Miserable bastards, good bastards. But Snails. I'd rather go to India.
Right, okay,
cool.
Because it's got I like Indian food.
Same.
Swimming in the rivers over there. Beautiful.
Yeah, so good, man.
The Ganges. The Ganges, all the way from the ocean to the sky, as they say.
You mentioned food there in India, Mogi. One of my, on my bucket list is eating a bit of street food in India.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Well, the pigs, they got the waste disposal systems over there, the pigs.
Yes.
So they have the troughs.
Yeah.
And the pigs live downstairs in the sewers there. Friendly bastards.
Yeah, chew away.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that off here, Pugs.
Okay, sure.
Whiz.
Yeah,
hey, but anyway, the scenario
is... So this is a worse version of that. It's a trip to France.
It's still pretty...
If that's where you want to go, that's
bloody
fine.
good. Now, Demi, would you like to win a 7-day trip to France with the ACC?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
pretty easy. That's pretty easy. So all you have to do is say that.
Yeah. You know,
pretty chill.
It's. I don't know if you ever watched Family Guy, Demi, but that's very giggly, isn't it?
Quagmire. Glenn Quagmire.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I've just said it in front of my boss. So,
Okay, right.
Where do you how do you earn a crust there, Demi?
well, we're just in the office at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
What do you do
kind
there?
of an institution though is it?
Machinery company.
Backbones!
Yeah, you're a bunch of backbones. Yeah.
Totally. So, Demi, that'd be pretty sweet, eh? Go to France for 7 days, hang out with the boys from the ACC. You think you'll be able to handle that?
Oh, I can't wait. I hope I get it. I hope I win.
How
Good
good,
on you.
mate. How
Yeah.
good. Well, I tell you what, Demi, you're in the draw. Good on you, mate, and all the best for that.
Oh, please, thank you guys. You have a great day.
No
You're
worries.
Same with
bastard.
Cheers,
Go
mate.
on,
You
go on.
too.
Go and explain that to your boss.
Well, thank you.
See
No
ya.
worries.
There you go. Demi, a happy win. Oh, wow. Entrant.
In the draw, that's
in the
right, mate,
draw,
that's right. Yeah.
That was close.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh. You know what, Pugs?
Yeah.
Package this bastard up.
Yeah.
The show.
Yeah.
For the highlights there.
Yeah.
Straight to the radio awards, mate.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon.
Nice, man. I'm feeling
I
pretty
reckon
good
we
about
might
it
get some
too.
nominations next year.
Yeah, that'd be nice, eh?
That would be nice.
I think we got nominated, didn't we? Or did we not even get nominated?
Don't think so.
I mean,
Ah.
Radio Hodaki did,
Yeah.
which was
Well,
awesome to see.
I mean, I only care about us, to be honest.
Right, okay. Yeah, no, understandable.
You know, everything else is sort of beyond the point.
You have to pretend that you care, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, I see
I
what
can
you're
do
saying.
that. I mean, I can fake it.
Yeah.
What's the plan tonight, Mogi?
Do some work.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
Yeah, do some work. The missus is going out. She's going out to a quiz night.
Good
a
God.
quiz night. Quiz
I love
night.
quiz nights.
Is
It'll be
that-
good to get
They're
her out of the
great.
house. I said, go.
Couple
Just
of
go. She
beers.
said, you want to come? I was like, no.
No, yeah. Is that something she got roped into, or is she just looking to
Well,
expand her
mate of hers
social
hit her up
circle?
and asked her if she
Oh.
wanted to go, and I said, yeah, go on, get out of the house.
Yeah.
Never leave the house during the week, really. You know, in winter,
Yes.
it's very easy just to get home, stay home, stay.
Oh, yeah.
Leave it at that.
Especially when we spark the fire up, I tell
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not that far. What are you up to, Pugs?
Right, okay. Probably what you said about winter, just going straight home, watching a bit of telly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
make some nice food. Oh, I got to do a supermarket shop too, so
Oh, cool.
suss
good
that. That'll be
time,
sick,
cool.
eh?
Cool.
Yeah.
You nearly
Yeah.
forgot that.
Well, yeah.
Jeez. What about you, Hoodie J?
Jim.
Yeah.
I
I think I'm going to have my first day back tomorrow.
Stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Make love.
Meditate, make love, go to sleep.
Yeah.
Ah.
Metamucil.
And no, that's the morning, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you take it at night?
I don't know.
We should
I
probably
have to
start
look- I
it
have
for
to read
the
it.
whole week.
Yeah, we'll do
right?
the whole
We wanna
week.
do a whole week.
Hey, listen, make sure you check out our Instagram account, Hodaki Big Show, and the podcast. Until tomorrow, you take care out there, and we'll see you later.